I have what, to my surprise, appears to be a rather unpopular opinion in the wake of US and Israeli strikes on Iran. Taking out the Iranian regime is long overdue. This is a no-brainer. Iran is the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. It is run by a radical theocratic regime bent on destabilizing the region, all in the name of destroying the great Satan and all the rest of the Western infidels. The West, which its people identify with and flee to. Those same people who the regime regularly slaughters en masse for daring to say they don't want to live in the dark ages under the rule of a priest. I have borrowed the following argument before concerning Russia, and like Russia and Putin, in Iran, we have known for decades what we are dealing with. So here it is again. Christopher Hitchens argued that there are 4 conditions under which a country can be said to have surrendered its sovereignty. Hitchens' reasoning remains, as always, rock solid. The 4 criteria listed by Hitchens are repeated aggression against neighboring states, genocide, harboring gangsters and internationally wanted terrorists, and fooling around with the Non-Proliferation Treaty. Is there really a need to run through how Iran has engaged in repeated aggression against neighboring states, or worked with terrorists? The Non-Proliferation Treaty issue shouldn't require any explanation. Regardless of how successful or unsuccessful Trump's previous strikes against Iranian nuclear facilities may or may not have been, the regime remains. This is a regime that has actively sought to produce a nuclear bomb, and the reasons are terrifyingly self-evident. We don't want to live in a world where religious zealots have a nuke. As for genocide, maybe not in the strictest sense, but slaughtering its own people for wanting freedom is close enough. The hard truth is that if you want a rules-based international order, like it or not, you need a guarantor because not everyone gets along, we have conflicting interests, and some are just bad actors. Even the good ones have elections, and leadership changes along with priorities and methodologies. The US has demonstrated that clearly enough. Ask yourself this simple question: who do you think makes the rules, and how? The Europeans and Canadians are discovering this now. The system we enjoy comes at a price, hence the sudden realization we need a military and the efforts to rebuild, or at least appear to in the case of Canada, new militaries. Why? So they can participate in shaping and maintaining the system. President Trump is likely not the best choice to deal with this, and his methodology can rightly be criticized as deeply flawed, but that doesn't make him wrong. The world was better off with Saddam dead, and it's better off with Khamenei dead, along with any other Ayatollah. I honestly don't care what Trump's motivations are, and I doubt the Iranian people care either. With the mention of Saddam, many of you will jump at the chance to point to ISIS after Saddam as proof that the world is not better with Saddam dead. You are not the student of history you think you are, and you are conflating 2 separate issues. That was a failure to handle the US's win. Killing Saddam was not what created ISIS, it was the true believers in the Bush administration ignoring the lessons from how victory over Germany in the Second World War was handled. Instead of using the infrastructure in place, the US dismantled it, disbanded the military, outlawed the Baathists and manufactured a power vacuum. The solution may be rather straightforward: stay the course, waste IRGC military assets, kill Ayatollah after Ayatollah, bomb the IRGC until they accept their time is at an end and hand things over to the pro-democracy movement, allowing for an interim government and elections. There will be no rally around the flag effect. This is not Britain in the Second World War. The Iranian people want the regime gone. The people wringing their hands about bombing Iran and what comes next are falling into the same trap of focusing on the wrong things. They are eschewing a net good for fear of something that may come next if we screw it all up. Getting rid of the IRGC is a move towards safety and stability, not insecurity. It's the follow-up that can go wrong or right, making for greater stability or creating a new threat. Western leaders may not like hearing this, but if you want to help chart the course of that follow-up, you need to have skin in the game, and that means supporting the US with significant involvement, not standing on the sidelines crying about it. This is not Iraq or Libya, and I am, uncharacteristically, optimistic because of the Iranian people. What can I say, when I see kids in the street with punk rock t-shirts telling priests to fuck off because they want freedom, a vote, and a say in their country's future, even at the risk of death, I feel reassured.